Smash Ultimate players, it is with utmost delight that today I get to present to you my No BS Steve guide. Because let's be real, you probably tried to learn Steve, looked up his tech, played him in game, and things didn't click. It was all too confusing and it didn't feel natural. Well, today, my No BS guides are made so I basically tell you exactly what you need to do in game right now to find success right now. And this video will probably kill the game because people are going to be able to pick up Steve with ease, whereas before there's kind of a barrier to entry. You have to sort through all the tech, sort through all the neutral, all the combos, everything you need to do to master Steve. Well, now it's just in one video, straight to the point, no fluff, no BS, and that's what all my no BS guides are all about. So be sure to check out the ones I've made, but right now let's get into Steve. All right, so I should already be in training mode, and as you can see, I'm on Final Destination. And guys, in this guide, I will not explain everything. I'm already assuming you know a lot about Steve. I'm assuming you tried to main him or try to learn him and it didn't work. Okay, guys? So if I just zoom past some things, if you didn't understand it, just try it yourself in training mode before complaining I didn't explain things well, because this is going to be a long guide and I can't explain everything in detail. So if you see something you don't understand, please just try it. All right, so let's get into this. So I'm on Final Destination, and it's very important when you train as Steve, you don't go to the training mode stage, because the training mode stage does not have a good grid. Okay, it doesn't work with the blocks. You're gonna place a block, it's gonna disappear instantly. You're gonna be like, what the heck? Okay, so don't use the training mode stage. It does not work for Steve well at all. Next thing, whenever you practice Steve, make sure you have stale moves on, because if you're doing like up tilt combos, that gets stale very quickly, and you do not want to practice combos that, you know, are super messed up with staling. All right, so first thing about Steve, look, I don't know much about Minecraft, so I'm gonna call these materials incorrectly, but that's okay. Okay, right now you see on FD, see how I'm mining, I'm not using my pickaxe or my axe, I'm using a shovel. All right, where did this shovel come from? I have no freaking idea. All I know is when that shovel breaks, I still have access to every single one of my moves. Okay, that shovel, it's like almost like an Easter egg. Okay, so that's why Steve mains like FD, because they can mine, and then when their mine tool breaks, they still have access to every single one of their moves. Now, does that mean FD is always Steve's best stage? No, but is it something that's really helpful in the stage? Yes. Okay, so on stages that are made out of like wood, like Smashville and Town, you're going to be using your up tilt, your wood cutting axe, and that's going to be your mining tool. And then on other stages, you're going to be using your pickaxe. Okay, which one is better? I don't really have a strong opinion on that, and maybe there's more that I don't know, but I'm just going to talk about what you need to know. All right, so that's mining. Okay, clearly, you have your materials down there, and the biggest thing when playing Steve in Smash Ultimate to actually win as him and be the best and play him seriously, okay, is you need to mine and you need to craft. Okay, let me repeat that. You gotta mine and you gotta craft, because the biggest thing I see with lower level players is that they do not craft and they do not mine. Okay, there's a reason it's called Minecraft. Okay, so you look, the thing I just crafted, this material, this gray material, I'm gonna call it granite. I don't know what it is, I'm gonna call it granite. Okay, and if you don't craft granite on your first stock, you are trolling. Okay, if you do not craft whatever this like platinum, like if you don't get platinum like I have right now, if you do not get platinum, you are trolling. Okay, you might think I'm trolling because I'm calling this platinum, but I don't care what any of the materials are. Okay, look, if you don't get diamond, seriously, then you're trolling. Okay, I remember having a grind session with someone and he like never crafted. He got diamond like every few games, and I was like, dude, like GG's, but like next time, like I'd appreciate it if you didn't troll. And he was like, what do you mean troll? Like I'm the biggest acola fan ever. Like my Steve, like I'm working on my Steve every single day. I'm like, dude, I don't care how hard you're working on your Steve. If you don't craft diamond every single game, then you are a troll. Like you're playing literally a bottom tier. Like if you are trying to learn Steve and if you don't craft your granite, then you're literally playing a character like way worse than Ganondorf. Way worse. Okay, so huge thing about granite is you only need one granite to actually get the granite weapon. Okay, so the second you see you have one, just go craft it. If you can craft it, just craft the granite. Okay, it's literally the difference between, you know, winning and losing, like, easily. Okay, when it comes to iron, it takes 4 iron. So right there I crafted, it took a lot of iron, and now I have less access to anvil and minecart. But if you are in a matchup where you don't feel like you need it, or you know, you really desperately need it, or if you have a good lead, you know, I will get the iron, and then I kind of snowball because you mine faster, your attacks are stronger. So it's actually a good snowball thing to craft. Okay, then there's obviously gold and diamond, but I'm not going to talk about crafting those because whatever, like, you guys can learn that on your own and through experience. Okay, so that's crafting, okay, and mining. All right, now the next thing, before we get into that, actually, I want to talk about controls. And if you're playing on a controller, you need a shoulder button set to special. Okay, if you're gonna play Steve seriously without a shoulder button set to special, then you're also trolling. Okay, if you're gonna play him semi-seriously, you need a shoulder button at least set to jump. Okay, then that should be good enough if, you know, he's not trying to be like solo diehard main. Okay, all right, so that's controls. So now, how do you actually play Steve? Well, the biggest thing is you gotta mine, and to mine safely, you gotta build a wall. All right, so there's a 2-block wall and there's a 3-block wall, and we're gonna talk about both of them. All right, and they're both very extremely easy to do, but people make them seem like they're hard. All right, so let me explain how to do it easily. So to build a 3-block wall, you do a full hop block. All right, so you just full hop and hit B. Super easy. All right, and then when that block spawns, you double jump and block, and that's it. Okay, so don't tell me this is hard, because it's like extremely easy. Just everyone makes it out to seem like it's some super confusing thing. All right, the only thing is that when you do the double jump block, you need to hold the B button, or else he's only gonna create 1 block. You gotta hold the B button, because then as he zooms up in his double jump, he keeps crafting the blocks. All right, so you full hop block, and then when that block spawns, you just double jump and hold B. And there you go, you have a 3-block wall, and now you're already better than like 80% of the current Steve player base. And then to build a 2-block wall, what you do is you short hop, and then you double jump while holding B. So short hop, double jump, boom. Okay, that's a 2-block wall. So yeah, again, short hop, double jump while holding B, and you build a 2-block wall. And this wall is almost just as good, you know, like, you know, in some matchups you really want to have the 3-block wall, but in a lot of matchups, the 2-block wall, you'll save a material and it'll get the job done for sure. Now, when you're mining, your jumps kind of act differently, but you could still do short hop into double jump right out of mining. So I like to do this, like, I'll be mining, make it, keep mining, make it. All right, so those are the walls. Now, when it comes to playing Steve, people are going to try to break the wall. They're going to try to jump over the wall. So a big part about playing Steve is protecting yourself. You know, you could dash attack through the wall. You could F smash through the wall. You could, you know, up air if someone tries to jump over it. You could, you know, back air. You could shield if they try to, like, break the wall, then hit you right away. Or you could try to grab them if they try to break the wall and shield because they anticipate an attack. Basically, there's a bunch of counterplay and counterplay when it comes to this wall, and that's the epitome of Steve. And I could teach you this right now, but I'm not going to, because there's an infinite amount of things you could do. You could even, you know, if someone's attacking your wall, you could just decide to go, I'm going to go over them, cover myself with an anvil. Here, let me show you again. Like, you jump over, minecart, anvil, back air, and now you're on the other side of the stage, and now they're trying to, you know, break the wall here. They start breaking the wall, you jump over, anvil, back air, they're too afraid to hit you, and they can't, and then you start mining over here, and then it's like an endless loop, and then you never lose. Okay, but I'll let you guys play Steve and actually experiment it, because I could tell you how to protect yourself from the wall, but it's all circumstantial, so it's something you need to experience for yourself. Okay, so that's how you play Steve. You build a wall and you mine. Okay, now sometimes you don't have time to build a wall and you just mine, and then you kind of protect yourself and whatever, but you know, big thing, building that wall. All right, now we can talk about combos. And Your main combo starters, up tilt, jab, and grab. Okay, if you're losing as Steve, you're probably not hitting these combo starters. Okay, first one, let's talk about up tilt. Okay, at low percent, you could hit up tilt, full hop, up tilt, double jump, up tilt, and then all that stuff up there. That's me kind of free balling it based on, you know, the position of me and my opponent. Okay, and so if you're wondering how you do this combo, yeah, it's just exactly how it looks. At the top, I'm doing some nil ones, which I'm gonna get to, and at the end I do like up air, PBR, bear. Now I'm not gonna explain PBR because I've already made a video on that. I'm not gonna explain TBC because I've already made a video on that. And if you're just learning Steve, like those are not the focuses, okay? The focuses is the wall. It's everything I'm talking about in this video. This is what's gonna give you Steve results right away, okay? PBR is not gonna help you with Steve. Tons of scrubs know how TBC and PBR, okay? And you can look at my guides for that. Next thing, jab. Okay, jab is a good combo starter because you could jab train your opponent across the stage, okay? And then toward the edge of the stage, you could do like a short hop fair into pickaxe fair. So it's like sword fair, the pickaxe fair. To do the sword fair, you just kind of buffer short hop fair. Now, this is the training mode mod, and this CPU is kind of godlike. So he's like frame perfectly getting out of everything. But yeah, and yeah, it's like that. And because Crom is like a fast faller, the next thing is grab. So out of down throw, what I would do is I would combo into run up jab, and then I could potentially get kills like this. But yeah, the CPU is godlike. Okay, but just another combo starter, for example, you could do jab, up tilt, and then you can get a combo right out of the jab, and that's really useful. So if you don't want to just carry someone off the stage, yeah, jab, up tilt, and then you get your up tilt combo, and that's really nice. Now, normally, you know, if he wasn't a fast faller, I would do down throw into short hop fair. What you could do is you would do down throw fair into jab, fair spike, okay? And you may have heard this as pick loop, okay? Now, this guy's being really annoying to combo, and that's okay, okay? So pick loop, it's like just jab, fair spike, jab, fair spike. And I usually just go for two. But like you can kind of feel it out on like how your opponent is SDIing and everything. And yeah. So like let's say you hit jab, fair spike, you do jab, jab, fair spike, or just one jab depending on how far you want to send them. But yeah, jab, fair spike, you can combo that into up tilt. You can combo that into, yeah, another jab, fair spike. You can combo it into down smash, like if it's by ledge. You can combo into jab F smash. That's a really common one. And then you can kind of like edge guard. Okay. So if Crom wasn't a fast faller, I would do down throw, short hop fair, get the spike, then jab, and do another one. And then I might jab and try to get another one, or I might just try to combo it into up tilt and get an up tilt combo. Okay. So that's usually down throw, okay? Versus fast fallers is down throw to run up jab, and then versus like non-fast fallers is down throw into short hop fair. And you get the spike, jab, fair spike. Sometimes you gotta do two jabs. But this guy has crazy SDI. And yeah, it also depends what material I have, blah, blah, blah. All right, so those are your combos. So I kind of beat that to death, all right? So now, what tech do you actually need to learn as Steve? Well, actually, let's talk more about, okay, let's say you get them to really high percent, then what, okay? So to actually play Steve to get kills, well, you have back air, okay? So it's like full hop back air, and then at the top, you can kind of fast fall, so it's like lagless, okay? So this is a really good spacing tool. You could even do it out of short hop, but full hop kind of lets you cover a bigger range, or short hop, it's like a smaller range. And yeah, that's basically it. You cover a bigger bubble with full hop back air. You can even space with full hop fair, short hop fair. And then after bear, you could like, let's say they try to punish bear, you could S smash after, or you could do bear grab if they're like holding shield. You could do whatever after auto cancel bear. So yeah, full hop bear fast fall is huge. There's the basic combos like low or like bronze up smash, bronze up tilt and up smash. Okay, I call the beginner tool, I call that bronze. Okay, I don't know what it is, to me it's bronze. All right, so bronze, up tilt, up smash, that's a basic one. You know, there's up tilt bear, that's a basic combo with you know, diamond, that kills really well. Then yeah, so I mean that's the main thing when it comes to Steve, to be honest. Just like back air, like your aerials, if you want to actually fight, you know, like a proper real character, you'll use your bear, and your up tilts, and your jabs, because you could still, you know, yeah, jab combos, and even like short hop fair into fair spike. So that's a really big thing. There's also like, okay, out of shield, you know, there's a sword fair, or you could do anvil out of shield, footstool anvil out of shield. Just to do footstool out of shield, you just got to make sure that when you let go shield, and you want to let go shield and then immediately hold the direction toward your opponent and then jump toward them so that you get a full momentum jump toward them. And you want to use the C stick for the down air. Actually, not necessarily, but just make sure you have full drift when you do that jump out of shield, either left or right. So, Ledgetrapping. Look, the biggest one is full hop block and then anvil. Okay? If someone tries to neutral get up, it just kills them. Alright? So, you just full hop block, anvil, and it didn't hit him there, but just imagine that hit. Okay? That covers neutral get up. Then you could put TNT here, and that will, you know, that can cover roll, and then you can kind of combine that with the anvil at neutral get up distance. I can put the TNT here, put that there, and you get something like that. Normally they would just break, yeah, they break that. To cover ledge jump, you could just do some full hop back airs, and you kind of cover everything by doing like full hop back air, up tilt to cover neutral get up. If you want to use the TNT and explode it, what you do is you put a TNT, you down smash, and then you hold the shield button, so then you instantly air dodge. Okay, so then you do like a nair dodge right through it. Just make sure you don't charge the down smash. Okay, and don't even move when you're on the TNT. Just stay still, okay? Because then it gets real janky and you don't want to mess it up and explode yourself. There's also things like TNT down tilt, and you could shield in time and you'll explode the TNT. You could even like F smash your TNT, stuff like that. Okay. You could even put like the Gimmer tech or the Gimmer ledge trap is put a TNT here, and then you put like a anvil up here, and yeah, it kind of covers everything. If you put like but like for me it's kind of been inconsistent. People just like hold ledge and stuff, but yeah, like you can also put TNT here. And there's a lot to talk about. Look here, if you want anvil to stay on a block, you got to put it on like the edge of a block. Okay, if you put TNT, or sorry, you put an anvil or TNT for that matter in the middle of a block, it's gonna break the block. See how the block broke there? But here on the edge, it's not gonna break the block. Okay, so that's ledge trapping. Okay, bear is your best friend, and if you don't want to ledge trap, you can just mine. It's free mining. Just start winning by mining. Okay, now for edge guarding. Okay, edge guarding, what you do is you run off block and walk back. Okay, that's the easiest way to edge guard a Steve. Boom. All right, I just made a double wall. You can start kind of walking back and building a wall over here. You know, just get comfortable moving around, crafting. But yeah, the biggest one is, look, to run off and place a block right here is really hard. Okay, to run off and place it right there is really hard and inconsistent. So just run off, block, and walk back. Okay, there are ways, like I might be able to do it. Okay, no, I can't. All right, so there's that. You could also run off, place a block, and then build a 3-block wall. And if you cover high, then it can screw people over. So you run off, block, build a 3-block wall, cover high, and then they try to go low in SD. Or you cover high, and then do a down tilt here, and then you kind of cover everything. You could also like place a block with a anvil there, and then they might accidentally break the block and get anviled. Really important thing about anvil is if you jump off it, it's way weaker. So if you want edge guard, just stay on it, unless you're fine with getting the weak hit. Because again, if you stay on it, then, well, not again, but you know, if you miss, now they get back on stage for free. But yeah, keep in mind, if you stay on it, it deals way more knockback. It's insane. Okay, but if you jump off it, it doesn't really do too much. Now the last part of this guide, look, there's NIL 2. NIL 2 is hard, and don't learn it. Okay, at least not right away. You can learn NIL 2 way later. NIL 1 is easy, simple, and beautiful. Okay, learn NIL 1. All right. Now, how do you NIL 1? Basically, it's super easy. You short hop and then press B. Okay, you just wait till you're at the peak of the jump. Okay, it's like it's so easy, and you could do it all day, and it's beautiful. Short hop B, short hop B, short hop B, short hop B. Okay, short hop B, like super easy. And yeah, you could easily start getting combos just by NIL 1ing. And at the beginning, you saw I did my up tilt combos. Like this, and then I just kept it going. So if you see you can get another NIL 1, or if you feel you can get like an up tilt NIL 1 after, then just go for it. Okay, this is like super easy, basic. Go into training mode, and you can see yourself using it soon enough. Guys, you might think I didn't talk enough about Steve. I didn't explain enough about Steve. You might still feel lost and confused. But guys, don't be fooled by what the internet has told you, that Steve is a crazy complex character that needs a lot of tech to work. He's actually extremely simple. If anything, this means my guide has no BS. Take what I showed you today, master it in training mode, which shouldn't be hard because the tech is actually very simple, and then go play as Steve, and you'll realize, wow, I could actually do a freaking lot with a freaking little, because these are actually the core things of Steve. Everything else are just add-ons. I taught you the core. Focus on the core. I promise you this concentrated focus on the core is way more important than scattered focus on the million things that you think Steve needs to be successful. So if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see another no BS character guide, let me know who you'd want me to make a guide on, and have an amazing